This has become a massive issue. Go ahead and play all this.
Yeah.
All over Guizhou, so this province, right? And all over, honestly, China at this point.
Yeah, you would think last week we were showing you floods.
Yes.
Okay, and people don't, for some reason, don't seem to care about floods. But I'll tell you what.
Oh, we'll make you care. Wait till you see this.
Not slowed down. This footage is from like 3 days ago.
Yes. These are malls.
Yeah.
There's entire buildings full of water now.
Yeah.
Entire roads have become massive torrential rivers.
Yeah. Look at this absolute.
People.
That's an underground parking garage.
garage.
The cars are self-parking. Latest technology in China. You know, cars will park themselves in the underground
They will.
parking lot. Look at that.
Where is the coverage on this? Guys, can you give this video a thumbs up? Just get some eyes on this.
Yeah, we'd love that.
It's very important. Please, thank you.
Yeah.
Look at this stuff.
Yeah.
And again, where's the coverage? These whole cities are underwater right now.
Yep.
These cities are not getting that much rain.
They're not.
This is the messed up thing.
Yes.
If you want to look at it, because people will say like, oh, do you remember the Hurricane Katrina or something? Go and look at the rainfall comparisons.
Yes.
Go and look at the data. You will be shocked at how much damage China suffers with such little rainfall.
Yeah, we have like a light drizzle.
We covered it. Why? We covered why.
Yeah.
The drains they don't lead anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? The corrupt officials literally get drain grates put on the ground with no hole.
Look at this entire gas station. Now that's
some
pretty
imagery.
insane. Yeah, I mean,
It actually ended up falling. I think it
2 days ago.
2 days ago fell
In
into
Guangxi,
the
yeah.
it was in Guangxi.
Yeah,
It fell into the actual river there.
over there. Yeah.
Whole gas station.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there she goes. Yeah.
It's going down.
Thought I was looking at a still image for a second.
There she
goes.
There goes your whole.
It's crazy
gas
how big
station.
stuff falls so slowly.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that whole mess. You know. Again, having witnessed this myself in Shenzhen, you know, one time I was in a bus, in public bus, you know, driving along, and it started raining, and the water came up, and it actually covered cars on the side of the road, like to their roof, and the bus had to stop. We all had to get out and wait. It was waist deep water. I had to wade through. The bus couldn't continue anymore because it actually came and started leaking into the bus.
You know why that happened, right?
Why?
Well, it's just retribution for being a bus wanker.
It's probably. I used to travel on the bus a lot in China.
Instead of that.
And I'll tell you what, it was pretty crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is getting out of control. And again, this is not just in one province. I started by telling you about Guizhou, but it's all over China at this point.
Look at this, some of the aftermath here, having to dig through the streets. Now that's, you know, by the time they get this stuff cleaned up, it happens again.
Yeah.
Have you noticed?
Yes.
I mean, it takes months, maybe years to clean up this damage from the floods, right?
Yes.
But it comes back every year, every single year in China.
Every single year.
Yeah.
Particularly bad this year, and I do blame a lot of this on the crumbling new infrastructure. I know that sounds crazy, but the stuff that was built in the 80s and 90s is much better in China than the stuff right now.
Yes.
Not to say it's good. It's definitely bad quality stuff.
Yeah, but it's much better.
The stuff that they're demolishing now from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, because they are currently demolishing that generation of building.
Yeah.
That stuff is better than the stuff they're currently putting up, like that bridge we just saw.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, again, it's all about speed. It's about getting it out there. Got to put up the facade. Got to impress people. Got to look like you're, you know, really achieving something.
Yes, and when you disagree, you say, no, I want to live in my building that was only built 25 years ago. They say, no, we're bulldozing it. I'm going to set it on fire and then bulldoze it overnight.
China has that, you know, with cars as well, which really annoyed me is, you know, if your car is 12 years old, it has to be scrapped. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting insight into Chinese society.
Yeah.
So what you have,
government.
Government and society. Because look, let's look at this picture.
Yeah.
This is during the floods. You got water everywhere. You got a couple of old people walking here in the water. And in the background, there are some policemen overseeing people repairing a road.
Yes.
I guess like putting mud in a puddle. You know, take a look. They're just looking, and this old man falls down. You can see him above us with the old woman, and she's shouting to the police, like,
help.
Can you help? Right?
He's
struggling.
Very, very old man.
Take a look at the police over there. Both of them are looking.
They look.
They're watching. Okay? Now, if you were a policeman and you saw someone's in help, like an old man fell over, can't get up, he's in a puddle. He's maybe going to drown. What do?
You rush in there.
You just look, and then you turn away.
You literally ignore them.
You just ignore them. Yeah. Look back and, ignore them again. You can see she's shouting over there for help. No one's coming to help. We verified this is real footage, by the way.
Yes. This is so indicative of China.
Yeah.
Of modern China.
I mean, look, the cops are now even just walking away while she's struggling to get him back on his feet. Yeah. What is the opposite of protect and serve?
Ignore.
To harass and punish?
Yeah, I guess.
Or something?
But they're just ignoring.
Yeah, to ignore and, yeah. To ignore and self-serve.
Yes. Pick up the bike. Pick up the bike.
Oh, look, dude fell down again. This poor old guy. You know what I mean?
Pick up the bike means do the right thing, and these cops are not doing the right thing.
No, they're not. It's really kind of painful to watch because, you know, the guy really needs help, and these cops are right there. See,
CCP,
look at them turning around. Look, they're like looking, and they're like, whatever.
Pick up the old man.
But this is when you do see
apathy and Schadenfreude.
Yeah, exactly. Take a look. This is when you see them actually doing something.
This is what matters. I mean, you say that, but what are they doing? They're raking a hole. They're raking a manhole cover.
No, they're making propaganda. See the guys taking the photos? Because that's what's important, is not helping people, but pretending that you are.
Yes.
That's China's whole thing about this, the facade, you know? It's all about the image. It's about face.
Yes.
So you'll get these cops, and they're like, what are they doing? Right?
That's what I was going to say. They're trying to make propaganda, right? For the government to say, look at the police don't just help people.
Yeah.
They fix roads. They clean up.
Are they raking a manhole?
They could have come up with a better task to fake.
Like help someone across the road?
Which we have lots of footage of that.
Yeah.
Fake helping old people, and they redo the shot over and over again. They're raking them. You don't rake a manhole cover, guys.
Yeah, it's like,
you know what would have been amazing is
what?
if that manhole cover blew up.
That would have been
with
incredible.
the shit flying everywhere.
Yes, that would have been incredible.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, we got the same imagery here, really. There's shit surrounding the manhole cover, you know.
The cops are shit.
Yeah, exactly. Take a look. I mean, I'm so sorry, but this is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, oh, we're raking that manhole cover good. Let's get that shot.
Imagine showing this to an American police officer, be like, look at what Chinese cops, their responsibilities are.
Yeah. You know these massive solar panel fields that China keeps bragging about everywhere?
Yeah, they cover the mountains, right? Huge, vast swaths.
Last time we talked about it, and unfortunately, when they do that, they deforest the whole area or whatever kind of plants are there. Think about it. If you stick solar panels into the ground, you have to clear the ground a bit. You put them in, and they now put shade over wherever something was.
Correct.
Can't grow, right?
And generate heat.
I mean, there's also this, you know, like you don't live under power lines.
Yeah.
Okay. You have issues where there's like electrical fields going on and stuff. It's not good for that part of the environment. Let's just put it that way. So what you get is you get a lot of erosion, soil erosion, because, you know, the plant life all gets destroyed or whatever. And so this is the result. We had these workers putting up these solar panels.
It was in northwestern China.
Yeah.
In a very dry place, right? Got some rain, and then look what happens.
Yeah.
They were trying to build one of those solar forest things,
Yes.
basically. You're replacing greenery with these massive pillars for these solar fields. You know why? To get a drone shot to say, look, China's leading the world in solar energy. Again, glazing articles I see every day about China's got this and that and this and that and this and that for the leader of green technology and solar.
Yeah.
Enough's enough. Show the truth of what's actually happening there.
Yeah, agreed.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, we have to throw in a little bit of
Gotta have a little bit of humor.
So, okay, let's set this up. There was a little earthquake. Well, actually, not that little. It was what, 4.3?
Yeah, it's small.
Small. But I mean, in China, when there's an earthquake, you better run because the buildings aren't made to withstand them.
You know what they should have?
What?
They should have like a Richter amplifier for China.
Yes.
Because a 4 earthquake in China, in Taiwan, people wouldn't even like pay attention to it because everything's built well.
Yeah.
In China, if you have a 4 earthquake, everything falls apart and everyone dies.
Now, again, we love this idea to point this out that people are always filming their living rooms in China and their dining rooms.
Yeah, it's
so strange. Everyone's got cameras everywhere.
It's weird.
It's just the way it is, though. So they're sitting and having like a nice meal, and let's see what happens.
There's an earthquake. There's a rumble there. This kid, he's not happy about this earthquake.
No.
He wants his food.
His dad's like, let's get out of here. The place is going to come down. He's like, no, once over that too. He runs off with it. His dad's like, put that back. We're getting out of here. He's like, no. This guy. He's like, yes. That's hilarious.
I remember you.
So do you remember what food Box ended up liking?
Loves pine cones.
Pine cones,
Cat
like
food.
We've made it to Shaw Pool Park. And on the back of my card here, I have our first mission.
I don't know what that is.
You don't?
It's like purple scooter. Yeah, really suits him.
I'm looking for this girl. She answers to the name of Box. Look at this. Is this someone's like trying to say like I'm here, I'm trapped? What if they're kidnapped or something?
Walker told me I had AIDS.
Wait, what?